Welcome back to another episode of Off the Dribble, featuring myself, Ashrit, and my co-host Chetan. We are back again, back in our hometown for another in-person episode. I think we're gonna be in person for the next few of these before I end up moving off to work and stuff. But tough episode for you today, man. So, to those new to the podcast, obviously, I'm a Thunder fan. Jane's a Timberwolves fan.
Yo,
Yesterday was the very, very fantastic conclusion of the series. No more Western Conference opponents for the Thunder, nor for the Timberwolves
yeah,
either.
it was a terrible game.
It was. He's right. It's a terrible,
Yeah,
terrible game.
I don't really know what to say. I don't. I think I was expecting a little too much from the Wolves throughout the series, especially after that one game where we won.
Yeah, game 3 really gave you guys some confidence.
I don't know what. I guess you guys just like one game, like just whatever. Who cares?
Yeah.
But but like looking back on it, like statistically speaking, I mean, you guys are what, like top 3 in net rating of all time as like stats wise. So like you can't. I mean, you guys are like really good.
Yeah.
So like everybody, all 3 of your big 3 players played really well, extremely well, 4 out of 5 games. Especially J-Dub, game 4. That, I mean, in my opinion, game 4, no other team in the league other than you guys is winning that game because we played that game so perfectly.
Yeah.
Like our late game execution, like I didn't think some of the shots we were making, like it was like a minute and like 40 seconds down. We were down 7. We still come back like down 3. We were still getting shots up. We were still making shots. I didn't think like if we played another team, I think like we have a very good chance of winning that game. But against a team like you guys, were from 1 to 5, you guys are just defensively insane. Probably one of the best defensive showings in a series I've ever seen. I think you guys forced like 40 turnovers over the last 2 games, 21 yet last night, and I think another 20 the night before. So I honestly don't see either the Knicks or Pacers standing a chance against a defense like that. But what's your take on that?
Yeah, we can expand on that take later. But we could discuss game 4 too because we didn't record for game 4.
Mm-hmm.
But game 4 was like some of the greatest role player shot making I've seen in my life.
It was
like,
insane.
It was the play against Ant worked.
Yeah, 100%.
He kept passing the ball. He kept making the right reads.
Yeah.
And I guess we were betting on the role players to miss some shots.
Mm-hmm.
They did not. They did not miss. And Nikhil Alexander-Walker game of his life.
Yeah.
DiVincenzo played really well. McDaniels played really
Amazing.
well. Even Gobert on the switches of Shea, he didn't like. You can't expect him to keep containing him, but he held his own.
Mm-hmm.
But when push came to shove, I mean, Shea and Jada both having double-digit fourth quarters, but I think Chet is the real difference because I don't know how much we were up by to start this fourth quarter. I think we were up by 6 to start the fourth quarter. And Chet ends up with a wide open dunk. And then Shea missed a layup, and then Chet got a putback dunk. And then Jada missed a layup, Chet got a putback dunk. That's how we started the quarter. And like you expect it from 2 guys always, but that third guy can give you that same volume scoring as the second guy.
Yeah.
Like that's what really sets us over the top. And like yesterday and the whole series, Alex Caruso.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Like the fact that we had Josh Giddey playing this position last year, bro. It's like that. Like I love like Hartenstein obviously is like really good, but Caruso is the acquisition that really put us from like, okay, this is a 1 seed to like, okay, this might be one of the greatest teams of all time. And I mean, 2 closeout games back to back, like 1 by 30 against Denver, 1 by 30 yesterday.
Yeah.
So I mean,
I think you touched on like exactly the same thing, like offensive rebounding too. Like Chet did amazing on that end. Sort of Hartenstein that helped a lot. Offensive rebounding and turnovers, I think, were the 2 biggest things that killed us. And I mean, I don't really think we could have done like we couldn't. I don't think we could have made it closer. And honestly speaking, like if looking back on it, like like Rudy could have played a lot better. Like Ant disappeared for 2 games. Julius disappeared for 1 game. But like at the same time, like those role players stepped up so big for when Ant and Julius disappeared, and we still ended up losing. So like I can't really say anything at this point.
Yeah, I think here I guess we can discuss one of the points I wanted to bring up, which is like the coaching battle, right?
Yeah.
And I think Chris Finch got like I think we both agree he got thoroughly out coached. But one thing I noticed yesterday was like when you watch the Denver series, it's not like Shea struggles against the zone, but like naturally, like more role players are prone to missing shots than the MVP.
Yeah.
So if you can get the ball in Shea's hands, then you probably have a better chance of winning the game. I don't know why, like, not a single double was sent until we were down. You guys were down 30. You guys played zone in the second half after you already lost the first half at 40 points. Like, I feel like adjustments could have been made a little faster. I feel like Terrence Shannon Jr. should have got more minutes in the beginning. I don't know Rob scoring much against our defense, but I think like spark plugs like that, like new faces we haven't seen before,
or even just like putting some type of pressure on a defense. Because like if realistic speaking, when we watch Mike play, like he's not getting a shot off. He's not even attempting to create a shot. At least Rob can attempt to create a shot. That puts a little bit more pressure on a defense, even though he might not do something like that.
Yeah, and Conley, like I think yesterday 0 points, over 2 shooting. Like you're like for as much as he provides in the defensive end, he has to give you like some output offensively. Randall was actually, I think Randall was pretty good yesterday. Kind of like empty stats in the third quarter, kind of boosted a little up, but like I think he was fine.
The turnovers, putting your head down, trying to play make at the top of the key when you should be kind of. So my thing with him is like Caruso and Dort are very great post defenders for their size, but why are you taking them one-on-one on the perimeter? You'd rather take them one-on-one on the post. But he doesn't do that. So that's an improvement where he really needs to make if he's staying on the team next year, in my opinion.
And Nas, bro. Yeah. Like you brought it up yesterday over and over again. Nas has lost himself a good chunk of money.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like I feel like when he's on, like yesterday in the third quarter, he hit a bunch of like again, like the game was over, but like he's still playing hard and he's some good shots. But the first quarter, turnover after turnover, like trying to handle against smaller guards, like it's just. I think a lot of, oddly enough, like people questioned like the Thunder's maturity going into like the youngest team in the league. Like, is it possible for them to like do this or that? But like I thought you guys somehow played a less mature series. Like
100%.
Kept saying he kept making the right play.
Yeah,
I don't think the right play is always to make a pass. And game 4, I agree, he made the right play because you guys put 126 points. Yeah. So you guys like should win that game against 99% of other teams. But I feel like yesterday, like. When he got doubled, he would just like sit in the corner, like sit in the wing and kind of wait for Julius to make a play or Mike to come around and like reset the offense, where I feel like being a little aggressive and like shot hunting a little bit would be a little more conducive to it. Like points mean a lot more coming from Anthony do from Nickeil Alexander-Walker. It's just the nature of the NBA.
Yeah. And like we saw in the first, there was like a stretch in the first quarter where like Ant like went to the rim like 3 different times,
and he was able to get clean looks
at the rim. I was like, okay, like maybe he was being at that point. It was already like a 12-13 point game, but like it was the first quarter, so maybe you can get a little more aggressive. But again, like it's just maturity. You gotta experience in the league, I guess.
Yeah, and I guess the biggest question coming out of the series is that Ant should be a family man
to be the face of the league. I mean. Shea's obviously probably cemented himself as the face of the NBA. With I think the season he's had is amazing. MVP, Finals MVP, Western Conference Finals, going to the Finals. Led the league in scoring. 68 win season, like it's just top to bottom was a great season for him.
Yeah.
I think he also beat the free throw narrative at this point too. Like that's not talked about. Yeah, it's not talked about it anymore.
Yeah, but I think to be honest, that's the biggest. Like, I love Shea. LeBron is the face of the league.
Yeah,
LeBron will always be the face. Of the league. Like the face of the league isn't like a thing that we should be debating on the media. Like it's not like a thing that we assign. We didn't tell LeBron.
Don't assign somebody. Yeah, you're the face of the league. Yeah.
But we're just hunting, bro, because like it's like LeBron effect. Like we have to like find someone else. And let's be honest, like the next face of the league will probably be Wemby, right? But like thrusting and who like one like is such a talented player, and if you just analyze him in that talent alone, like it's so much more like it's so much more worthwhile conversation to have. Like did Ant play a good series? No, but like is this like an indictment on like his whole like career? Like it's not at all.
Yeah,
and he like. I don't know, like asking if he wants it, like why would anyone want that kind of pressure at all?
I agree.
I don't know. It's just like a fruitless discussion that like people just want to like talk about for clicks and shit. Like he's obviously like still like a top 6 or top 7 player in the league. Like I'm sure people would argue top 5.
Yeah.
Like he's like obviously had a rough series and he'll obviously come back and get better next season. I feel like
I think it's just a given. That's just how you get better throughout the league. Yeah. I think it happens to most players.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I think what else we can touch on the series, but yeah, I mean, I guess the discussion now is like Pacers Knicks, and then we can discuss because I don't know if the Pacers can. I don't know if the Knicks can make it interesting, but
I mean, it's 3-1. There's a possibility that Cat won't play tonight. Even if the Knicks win, they have to go back to Indiana. And I think if that's going bad, the Pacers are going to close it out there, in my opinion, regardless.
Yeah.
But in your opinion, like, why do you think the Pacers will have stand a chance against you guys at all?
Oh, we're gonna straight to that. Okay. No.
Not at all.
No. But
So how about if the Knicks won?
more of a chance.
More of a chance. So you think they would have taken you to like 6?
Yeah. Like max. Like I think both of their like ceilings are 6. I just think like we thrive against like guard oriented teams because we have like 4 of the best perimeter defenders in the league, and Caruso, Wallace, J-Dub, and Dort. And like Miles Turner is not stressing Chet out.
Yeah.
Like obviously like Siakam is the one where it's like, okay, like that's what the Pacers might have over you guys, like a reliable second scorer, because Julius unfortunately just didn't end up being that in our series. If he played like he did against the Warriors and the Lakers, then I feel like you guys are like on par with the Pacers as well. But if Siakam can kind of be reliable, because we're gonna take Tyrese out of the series.
I agree with that as well.
Like it's about like, I mean, every series we played in under Mark Daigneault, like we took Luka out as best we could. PJ Washington beat us.
Yeah, PJ Washington.
We took Jokic out of the Nuggets.
No, honestly, that foul, that foul kind of beat you guys.
Yeah,
PJ Washington did hit crazy shots throughout the whole series.
PJ Washington, Josh Green, fucking Derek Jones Jr. They all made threes. We took Jokic pretty much out of the Nuggets series for like his standards, like 20, 10, and 9 is not like his numbers. We took Ant out of this series for 3 out of 5 games. Like I think Tyrese is gonna be limited. Yeah. It's about whether Siakam, Nesmith, Nembhard, Toppin, all those players can like make up for Tyrese's production. Yeah. I don't think they can, because Tyrese's like production isn't just like a scorer, right? He's such a good facilitator. He's the one who gets everyone looks, and I don't think TJ McConnell can generate the same level of offense as like the best playmaker in the NBA probably right now. I agree. My second best, no one's beating Jokic. But I don't know. What do you think?
I think like if you put it on the flip side, like Pacers defense wise, like I think you guys are gonna try to get the matchups you really want, and if you like, let's be honest, a Shea on a TJ McConnell matchup, like you're gonna hunt that consistently. Like if you guys were hunting a Shea on non-matchup consistently against us, so if he was able to beat that consistently, I don't really see how he's not. So like even like Halliburton by no means is like a great defender. He may be average at best. So, and we both agree how overlooked Miles Turner is as a defender. We both think that people just say he's a great defender because he was a good defender like 4 years ago.
He got like a couple blocks a game 5 years ago.
And this has been dragged on. So I don't really think.
Look at this series, bro. Like Cat is frying him.
Exactly. I think we'll go back to that because I want to talk about Cat too. But I think their defense at one point they don't stand a chance against you guys. And people might say, "Oh, the Pacers are the number 1 rated offense in the league. They have the fastest pace in the league." I think your bigs will be able to keep up with their pace consistently. You have great rim runners. Again, you guys can play fast if you want to. You guys are really good in transition. You guys force a lot of turnovers, and I said this to you yesterday. I don't think Tyrese is the type of. I mean, he's a great point guard, but I don't think he's a point guard that can handle pressure really, really well. If you really watch him play, he looks like he's playing out of control. Yeah. And against a defense like you guys, that's a recipe for disaster.
I agree. And the Knicks don't really have the as good as Mikal and OG are defensively, like in terms of like can guard their man. Yeah. Like they're not really like the help defenders that we have, you know? Yeah. Exactly. And I mean, I don't even think they're the perimeter defenders that we have either. Because I mean, post injury last season, OG's been a bit slow footed, I feel. I feel like Pascal's got the better of him majority of the time. And it's not like Tyrese is facing any pressure with Mikal on him. So I don't know. I think on the flip side, I think Cat presents a lot of problems for us when he's aggressive. But bro, I think the biggest takeaway from the series for me, the Pacers Knicks series, is that Cat picks up so many stupid fouls. Yeah. He had a foul in the fourth quarter 2 days ago where he just held Miles Turner's hand. I'm like, and he got mad that the refs called it like a soft call. I'm like, just don't hold his hand. It's just stupid.
I think so. I want to in your opinion, why do you think the Pacers are such a bad matchup for the Knicks?
They run, right? Yeah. It's like Tips plays 6 guys. They've already gassed out the whole season. Pacers have played 10 guys who are all ready to run. You have Jalen Brunson trying to catch up on defense. He's already a terrible defender. You have Cat trying to run. Cat can't run. Cat's Cat can't run normally. He has a leg contusion. He can't run at all right now. They have Mitchell Robinson who gained weight to play center. Like he actually can't run anymore. So just you have Mikhail flying everywhere trying to cover up everyone's mistakes. OG can't run anymore.
I don't know what Josh Hart's doing.
Josh Hart is terrible. It's like Josh Hart was so good last year.
Yeah.
He's so bad this series. Deuce McBride, honestly, is like the one like shining spot. I feel.
I mean, I thought they were gonna start either Deuce or Mitchell Robinson. Did they end up starting one
Mitchell
of them?
Robinson.
Yeah.
Mitchell Robinson's been like really good in terms of paint protector.
Yeah.
And he actually
And
hit his,
offensive rebounding wise too.
he's actually hit his free throws too. I think he's 11 to 17 in the
Yeah.
last. That's not bad.
Not bad.
And compared to 3 of 15
3
before.
of 15 is terrible.
Andre Roberson numbers. But what do you call it? I think, bro, you're forcing people who can't run to run. And Tyrese, like, one thing I will give Tyrese a lot of credit for, because we're gonna have the superstar discussion in a bit. But one thing I'll give him a lot of credit for is he sets the pace.
Mhm.
No matter who he plays, like he's not gonna slow down and speed up for anyone.
Yeah.
And like that Pacers team wants to run, he's gonna set things to make him run. He wants to slow in a half court. He's a really good half court passer too. But the Knicks haven't really been pressuring him.
Yeah. I don't. Other than Mikhail, they really don't have other defenders to pressure him and like double him. I mean, they'll send fake doubles with Cat if he's put in a pick and roll, but Cat's fake doubles are just stunting his hand at the ball.
And once Cat gets here, you can't get
back
back
there. So like you're not really doing anything at that point. But yeah. So yeah, let's take it to this discussion. You think Tyrese is a superstar after his series against the Knicks?
Hell no.
Yeah.
But like, so Nick Wright, my only like sports media show I watch, he does like a thing called Club Superstar. He thinks there's 12 superstars in the league.
Mhm.
I think that's too many.
Yeah.
I think there's like 6 superstars.
Mhm.
And then there's like a couple legacy superstars. Because like KD is like not a superstar level player anymore, I don't think, but he's a superstar, you know?
Superstar just because of like, yeah.
So he's like,
and he still averages like 25.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, but like he said Tyrese is the 12th best player in the league. I don't think that's a bad take.
Yeah, it's not a bad take.
But I don't think the 12th best player in the league is
Superstar. Yeah, I think you gotta cap it at like 6 or 7.
Yeah.
I think Tyrese, in my opinion, is like a top 4 point guard.
Top 4. So you got Brunson over him?
I'll put Steph over him.
Okay.
Yeah. Shea, Luka, Steph.
Yeah, it's like Shea and Luka are on like a different tier.
Yeah,
but
then
Steph.
Tyrese.
Steph looking at a different tier than Tyrese too.
Yeah, and then you got like
Tyrese, Brunson, Cade.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, bro. I think Cade's better than him.
Yeah.
But I that's like low-key sacrilegious now because of how good Tyrese been playing.
Yeah.
But I think Cade just.
That's like a pure basketball player.
I think Cade just better basketball player.
Because Cade's passing is
really
very,
good.
very good.
Yeah.
And I think his scoring
Obviously
all
better.
levels is better than Tyrese. Like, I mean, except the 3-point shot, maybe. Cade is still an above average 3-point shooter. I mean, he was in the 3-point contest, yeah.
So is Tyrese, to be fair.
But yeah, I think 12 to I've given him like the 11 to 14 range. I'd put him somewhere around there.
Yeah. Who's a player that you didn't think he's better than to start the playoffs that you think he's better than now?
Brunson.
Okay. You think he's better than Brunson?
Yeah, I think he's better than Brunson now.
Okay. See, I don't wanna like rush into that opinion.
Really?
Yeah, because I feel like Brunson's giving you like
Jeff. You know what Jeff Teague said about Brunson?
What?
Like he dribbles the ball for 17 seconds and he gives his team 7 seconds.
Yeah.
If you act like that's just like so true.
Yeah,
Bro.
he's right.
Yeah,
100%.
and like some of the shots he takes, like I'm like, bro, what are you doing?
But here's the thing, right? When you average 30 for the playoffs in your career,
if you want to talk about like foul baiting,
that's a foul baiter. Bro.
yeah. If you want to talk about foul baiting,
That's a foul baiter.
That's someone that baits fouls.
Yeah.
Like he religiously moves his head back every time he goes in for a layup.
It's just terrible, bro.
Yeah.
Like, oh, listen, I'm not saying Shea doesn't do it, right?
No.
Shea obviously does it.
Shea gets fouled though.
But this guy's on a different level.
yeah,
Like this guy's
It's
terrible.
insane work.
Like I saw a play where like he deadass like he didn't even get hit, bro. He shot the 3. He was gonna miss.
He grabbed Neesmith's
Yeah,
arm.
he grabbed himself. That's just fucking crazy.
Yeah.
I'm like, come on.
How
Like
do you not call? And they call it foul on Neesmith.
Yeah.
Right? Crazy work, bro. That's so high, bro.
make a good point actually. But like I feel like Tyrese is like I feel like Brunson gets the slander for like poor playoff performances. Like game 3.
He does ball out in the playoffs too.
Of course.
Yeah.
But I feel like Tyrese goes ghost in like 1 out of every 3 games, and no one says anything.
I
Like
think-
there's a game as the Cavs who had 4 points.
I think because people now like before from Brunson's last playoffs, like they expected it from him. But from like people from next series on, from like
But that's why I
if Tyrese
can't.
shits the bed in the finals, I think he's gonna get that kind of hate.
But that's why I don't think you could put him over Brunson just yet because
Okay.
because I feel like imagine Ant scored 4 points in a playoff game.
Yeah.
It's different, right? Imagine Shea scores 4 points.
You can't just immediately put Tyrese over Ant because they dropped. Yeah,
exactly.
That's a fair argument to put it that way.
So I think like I'm not saying Brunson's like here and how I'm saying it's like this, but like I think Brunson at least offers you more offensively in terms of a scorer.
Yeah.
Like pristine footwork around the basket. For all the foul beating he does, like he's an incredibly good mid-range and 3-point shooter.
He's really
very well. Really good finisher around the basket. I feel like Tyrese is kind of hot and cold offensively. Like I feel like
if that shot's not falling, then you can't, because he's not a great driver. He's not as polished of a finisher as you really think he is.
Yeah.
So majority of his baskets come off like pick and roll floaters or like deep threes that are sometimes contested, things like that.
Yeah. Like my God, the threes hitting last game, bro. He pulled from like 40, he pulled from 40 again. I'm like, oh my God. But that's a crazy stat. You see that stat? Tyrese before last game shot 8 for 41 in the playoffs in Indiana.
Oh wow.
From 3.
That's wild.
Isn't that a crazy stat? You wouldn't think it. But the Pacers have also haven't lost a playoff game this playoffs that wasn't a game 3.
Really?
Yeah, they've only lost game 3s.
So yeah.
So it could be over tonight.
I think it definitely is.
You think it definitely is?
Yeah.
Hope it isn't, bro.
If Cat had a like contusion, bro, and like he can't run even more, I think they're cooked. Tibbs gonna run him down for 42 minutes.
Listen, Cat is not sitting today.
Yeah.
Which means that Tibbs is gonna kill him.
Yeah.
Oh, you might not see Cat next season.
Yeah. Cat might get him, bro.
There's
he really got traded from Minnesota to getting abused in New York.
That actually had to do with Tibbs both ways.
Yeah.
Oh my God, bro. Trade that man.
Yeah, trade that man for real. Oh.
So, Giannis is on the market.
Yeah.
He apparently wants to stay east. This is a report from Windhorst today. So, I think this is what I was discussing with my friends today. Like the East is so fucked because the West have all the good teams, but they also have all the assets too.
Yeah.
Because like the Thunder, Rockets, and Spurs control a lot of people's draft, and the Pelicans too, surprisingly, control a lot of draft. But like the Thunder and like the Wolves and like the Nuggets, all the best teams in the league.
Yeah.
So they really just have like the Cavs, not the Celtics anymore.
Celtics are cooked.
Yeah, and the Knicks and the Pacers.
Yeah,
that's it. So like and none of those teams control.
And the Pistons are like the mid tier in the East.
Yeah,
though.
I hope someone goes there though. I kind of want Cade.
Yeah.
But can Giannis go to the Pistons? No, they would never do. But
yeah, they would never send him to Detroit.
Yeah, it's too close and it's like rivals or whatever.
Yeah, but you think they would do a Cat for Giannis trade? Like, I mean, you think Giannis and Mitchell Robinson would work, bro?
I think Mitchell Robinson's like low-key like the last priority. Like low-key like fuck him and find someone else, you know?
That's true.
But like you're not
fucking get Luke Cornett and start him next to Giannis, bro.
You're not doing a Giannis trade because of fucking Mitchell Robinson.
Yeah, that's true, 100%.
But bro, Giannis and Brunson, that'd be tough.
That'd be elite because Giannis is a great two-way player, but Cat isn't. So you can actually very much so help Brunson in pick and roll defense.
Yeah, and those games would take 5 hours because Giannis is shooting 12 meters a game.
Brunson is also shooting 12 meters a game.
Those games would take hours. Yeah. But like that would be like a Mikhail OG Giannis defense.
Oh
wow, would low-key be diabolical. I feel like Giannis covers up both of their weaknesses.
Yeah,
and
very well.
Like if you blow by Brunson, you have to do with Giannis and like insert decent rim protecting center.
Yeah,
like
a Luke Cornett.
Yeah, exactly, Luke Cornett. That's not like. Hopefully, Luke Cornett doesn't start that team. But yeah, like, but the second.
Bring Brooke with you, bro.
Oh fuck no, that guy's so old. But the second team that Windhorst brought up is the Celtics
because they do need a power forward.
Yeah, so we can combine this. This is such a cluster podcast. We can combine this with the
Bucks like Jaylen Brown.
Yeah, but we can combine this with the Timberwolves discussion.
Yeah.
Because I proposed a trade yesterday to Chayton and my other friends, and I said that Drew Holiday would fix a lot of like the Timberwolves' weaknesses in terms of like, it's like imagine Mike Conley better at everything.
Yeah.
So
literally everything. Mike Conley on crack.
Yeah, and the Suns want to get off Holiday's contract. The Timberwolves, like, it's clear that Randle really can't be that second scorer like consistently against really, really good defenses. So
might as well re-sign us.
You ship Randle off to the Celtics, expiring deal, so they have cap relief. You ship Holiday to the Timberwolves. They want to get out of the contract anyways. Randle can be like the sort of Tatum replacement for a year until Tatum comes back. Like the Celtics would be like decent. Who cares about that?
Yeah.
But then you have Holiday, Edwards, and then you either give some assets up for KD, maybe sign a trade Nas to get KD or something,
Ooh.
or like you
Or we re-sign Nas.
resign Nas, see how much M progresses. I don't know.
Yeah, see how Rob and TSJ
Yeah,
do
exactly.
on giving us depth on the bench.
Yeah.
But damn, they sign trade with Nas to get KD. Give like Nas and like
because like KD's value can't be that high when I turn 38.
Yeah, you sign Nas for like what?
According to his DMs, you're gonna get 100 mil.
So 25 mil per year,
Yeah,
basically. Okay,
yeah.
so you get KD's making what, 50?
Yeah.
So you need someone else.
Yeah.
You gotta throw Jaden in that bitch.
Jaden.
Nah, bro. Nah, bro.
Or you gotta sign Nikhil Alexander Walker.
Yeah, we'll sign Nikhil and then we'll throw their both asses out there. I'm down with that. I'm so down with that. And then our bench would be
let's be honest, Rob is going in that trade.
Oh, Rob is no, good on Jalen Clark.
Yeah, I'm sure the Phoenix don't want Jalen Clark.
Don't take Jalen Clark. So like,
what happened to that guy, bro? The Shea Stopper.
That's what I'm saying. Bro. Outfits, bro. Outfits. But yeah, I mean I could be down for a Julius Holiday swap. I think Holiday would actually help a lot. He's a lot better of a option at scoring than Mike is. Like he can actually create some offense for himself if he needs to. He can facilitate offense. He's a good ball handler. I mean, he's still a very great defender.
But damn, bro, imagine the trade path. You go Cat to Reynolds to Holiday. Man, that is a steep fall off.
Yeah. I mean, I think we would still be competitive.
Wait, 100%.
Yeah. See, like, I think that's the way the NBA is going now. Like, not like fall offs like that, but like you kind of got to build around like two or three people kind of, and just like stick with it. And you use that. You use those two people as a core for like 4 or 5 years and just keep building around them if it's not working. So you just got to kind of make moves. And I think the NBA is like moving off of like a superstar dominant team where like you have three like
it's looking moving on free agency in general, bro.
Yeah.
Because like if you look at what Shams was saying on the McAfee show the other day, he's like, this is gonna be the craziest NBA offseason ever.
Mm-hmm.
But like free agency will be boring as hell.
Yeah.
Because you have two marquee free agents in LeBron and Harden who are both gonna resign.
Yeah.
Everyone else is like low-key irrelevant. But during draft week, you have a bunch of picks for like a bunch of like middling teams, and you have Giannis available, you have KD available, you have Paul George in the mix, and you have Markkanen probably available. You have like a bunch, but like you have the entire Houston Rockets core apparently available.
Yeah.
So, like maybe Devin Booker becomes available if the KD move becomes real. Like you have a lot of moves that can be made. Like
that's very true. Yeah.
And it's because like players are getting so unsatisfied with their teams, but they're signing long-term contracts.
Yeah.
So the free agency is not really working out. So they just keep getting traded and signing more long-term extensions. So I don't know.
It's gonna be interesting what we're gonna do. I mean, I feel like we're gonna have to still like. I think the best way to put it is like a competitive rebuild, like you said. Like you can't really waste Ant's years because like he's that good of a player. I mean, you gotta he's gonna be 24 next year.
You're never gonna have a high draft pick.
Yeah, we're never gonna have, especially with him. Like you're always gonna be. I think, in my opinion, we're always gonna be above an 8th seed. Like next season, I think we'll be again like between a 5 to an 8th seed. I think that's like what we'll do. I feel like if we make a trade, like
unless you get Kevin Durant,
unless we get KD, I think, and KD stays healthy, I think that could really work. But yeah. So when you turn 24 years old, I think that's when you kind of have to like. That's when the progression really starts, and you have to kind of show that maturity in the league because. At that point, you can't keep saying, "Oh, he's 24," and then once you get to saying, "Oh, he's 26," like, "Oh, damn!" Like all these players already did something by the time they were 26. Like you gotta start a couple years before. Like Shea was averaging, I think, like 30 when he was like 24, turning 25.
Yeah, he's averaged 30 for 3 years.
Yeah, when he's 26. Yeah. So I mean, like Ant has to take that next step of like, I mean, he's averaged 27 for the past he averaged 25, 27. I mean, take that next step, 28, 29. I think I want to see him. Kind of read defenses more, the mix of the aggressiveness and also knowing when to pass and doing it both in one game, not just like one game in a series where he's just passing and another game where he's trying to just play for himself. Like you got to find that mix in between both. And I mean, yeah, I think he can do it. I think he's motivated to do it. So yeah. And also I think a lot of our progression as a team is going to be dependent on like, I mean, if we do keep Rob Dillingham and TSJ, I think it's going to be dependent on their like player development this summer. And I think Rob sitting behind Mike this season definitely has helped. Probably learned a lot from him. I mean, he's shown great flashes as a playmaker. I think that's what his first role is going to be. And I think like he's going to be good to put pressure on defenses because I think that's something we lacked a lot this season. It's going to be interesting to see what we do with Dante because Dante's. Oh, dude, we could just throw Dante's contract in there. I just completely forgot about that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They'll just like trade the same package for.
Yeah. I forgot about that, bro. I mean, that's because he makes like 11. He just makes 11 mil a year. So like throw like Dante and Nas together.
Right, the Suns are gonna want this trade package, bro. Like
I mean, Dante's still like if I think for
bro,
Dante,
he's good.
If you put him in the starting lineup, I think for him like it was like getting accustomed to a new role. And this season when he was starting next to Ant, he actually was playing really well.
Mm-hmm.
But when he went to the bench again, like he started playing really bad. I think he wants that starter role. And if Phoenix decides to do that whole rebuild thing, I think starting him at the 2 next to whoever they start at the 1, like he could be
can't start, bro. That's the thing.
You don't think he can start?
No, he's good enough to start.
Yeah.
But on that team he can't start. As long as he can only Bradley Beal the 3 again. So he's not leaving.
Make Bradley Beal the 2. Make Bradley Beal the 1. Make Dante the 1. Make Dante the 1. Yeah.
And Devin Booker probably should be the 1.
I mean, they'll probably KD leaves. I don't think D-Book's staying.
Yeah, bro. Oh man, I want to see free D-Book, bro. A lot of slander on his name right now.
Oh God.
He's actually pretty good at basketball. I think
he doesn't really do anything. He's like just like chilling right now. I think God knows. Yeah. But yeah, I think it's gonna be interesting. Yeah, I think you guys don't really have anything to worry about until you have to. Well, when you guys end up re-signing Chet and JW, you just probably won't re-sign Hartenstein. Maybe find somebody else that plays the same role for a little cheaper.
We're gonna do in the draft price.
Yeah. So yeah, you guys have fucking hella draft picks for years to come, so you guys will be good. So
yeah.
I mean, yeah. Is there anything else that you think we should touch on?
No. I mean, last game picks today. I guess.
Yeah.
I guess I'll take the Knicks. Just I want more basketball to be played. I just hope the Knicks win.
I'll take the Pacers. I mean, just like end their misery. Why not?
And then a week of no basketball.
I mean, you want to watch like another that's true.
Does it go Thursday, Saturday, Monday?
But even that week of basketball, it's only gonna be like 5 games max. Might as well just like.
End it.
Just
I need the Knicks to win, bro. The Pacers are becoming tired. Pacers, and these needs to be 3 straight double overtime.
Yeah, I think if the Knicks win one more game, then it's like chill.
It's alive, bro.
Yeah. But then they're not gonna go back to New York. That's the thing, bro. Because they're in New York today.
Yeah, but they're looking better on the road though. So looking if they get one in New York, they bring the house, bring all the actors back to Indiana, win one more game, and the game 7 in New York. Oh,
apparently some Indiana fans stabbed like 2 Knicks fans or something.
Terrible.
Terrible.
Bro, I didn't know it was that bad in Indiana.
Yeah, I didn't know what motherfuckers be doing there.
Bubble fuck country life.
It's crazy work. But yeah, I think. Yeah, just maybe for your guys' sake, Indiana.
Go Knicks, go triple overtime, please.
On God, facts.
Like 3 triple overtime games in a row.
Yeah. But realistically speaking, we'll probably make another episode once the Pacers win tonight, and we'll preview a Thunder versus Pacers series for real and talk about that more in depth.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's it for today's episode. Follow us on YouTube and Instagram at Off the Dribble Pod, and we'll see you guys next episode. Peace.